High in the Pyrenees, the tiny principality of Andorra was a kingdom of winter. Its lifeblood was the soft, perfect snow that blanketed its ski slopes. But this winter, a strange storm had arrived. It didn't bring snow, it brought a relentless, magical warmth that melted the peaks down to bare, brown rock. The village of Soldu watched in despair as their season and their livelihood vanished into muddy streams. Young Leo, whose family ran a small ski rental, decided to seek the source of the problem. His grandfather had told him stories of the Gegensteno, the snow giants, gentle, ancient beings who slept deep in the glacial cirques, their icy breath helping to keep the mountains cold. "But they are heavy sleepers," his grandfather warned. Braving the unseasonal warmth, Leo hiked to the highest cirque, a bowl-shaped valley usually filled with perpetual ice. There he found them. Three massive figures, carved from ice and old snow, slumbering peacefully as the meltwater pooled around them. A shimmering, angry heat haze, the magical storm itself, was buzzing around their heads like a malicious insect, keeping them in a deep, unnatural sleep. Leo knew he couldn't wake them alone. He raced back to the village. "The giants are asleep," he cried, "and a heat spirit is guarding their dreams. We need to make a noise so great it shakes them awake." The entire village rallied. They didn't have weapons, but they had their culture. They brought out the traditional Habaneras folk songs, singing with all their might. They brought drums and cowbells, creating a joyful, clattering symphony. The village baker even fired up his old snow groomer, its engine adding a deep, mechanical roar to the chorus. They marched up the mountain, a parade of sound and determination. The heat spirit swirled, trying to disrupt their song with waves of drowsiness, but the unified will of the village was too strong. Their music echoed off the stone peaks, a powerful human vibration of hope. In the cirque, the sound reached the giants. One of them, a giant named Gel, twitched a massive snowy eyebrow. Then, another rumbled, a sound like a glacier cracking. As the villagers reached a crescendo, the three giants stirred, rising to their full, magnificent height, shaking off their enchanted slumber. The heat spirit, faced with the awakened guardians of the cold, sizzled and vanished. Gel looked down at the tiny, breathless villagers. He gave a slow, grateful nod. Then, the giants took a deep, collective breath. They didn't blow a destructive gale, but a gentle, freezing mist that settled over the mountains. Within hours, the slopes were covered in the most perfect, glittering powder anyone had ever seen. The village had saved the giants, and the giants had saved the village. From that day on, the first run of the season was always named the Giant's Gift, a tribute to the day a tiny nation woke up its gentle, snowy guardians.